what happened on Kauai in the housing market last month? I'm Annie Elison, and this is your August 2024 Kauai housing update. Today is August 1st. So as of today, there are, with homes, condos, and land, there are a total of 417 listings, right? So if you've been watching my market updates, our inventory is growing. That, for a lot of people, is very good news, and we'll get to that a little later. Of those, 151 are single-family homes, 153 are condos for sale, and 113 are it's land. Lots or plots of land in a variety of sizes and locations, right? Now, pending or contingent, meaning the sellers have accepted an offer from a buyer, but it hasn't closed yet, there are 117 properties in this contingent state. 67 are homes, 37 are condos, and 13 are parcels of land. What sold last month? We had 65 sales. 37 were single-family homes, 21 were condos, and 7 were parcels of land. Right, so the biggest disparity between what's on the market for sale and what's being sold is land, right? There's 113 parcels of land for sale and 7 sold last month. Now remember, land is, when I first started doing these monthly market updates, I didn't even include land because it's kind of its own thing, right? It functions and moves at a different pace. It's harder to purchase. There are banks that will do loans on land like First Hawaiian Bank and Gather Credit Union, but these are short-term loans with, and they're giving them to you with the intention that you're going to roll it into a construction loan and build. Or it's cash purchases, right? So it limits the number of buyers, and on top of that, it takes a lot of time and energy to build. What we're seeing in the market is expanding inventory. Now, we are still lower than the inventory that we had in 2019. It still would be considered somewhat of a seller's market, but buyers have more and more leverage to negotiate their deals. So let's take single-family homes, for example. 151 homes for sale, 67 pending, right? So it's about half of those are pending, and 65 sold. So that's a pretty good market, right? That means about 50% of them are closing each month. That's still a seller's market. In condos, it's a little tougher, right? So condos, we have 153 for sale, 37 are pending, and 21 closed, right? So you're looking at a higher multiple. It's about 5 months, right? So if nothing new came on the market and we stayed at this pace, the condo market, every condo would sell theoretically in the next 5 months, right? That's not really a seller's market, but it's not a buyer's market either. That's kind of what we'd call just an even market, right? So it's a really, for Kauai standards, this is a great time to be a buyer because usually it's just such a seller's market. Due to a lot of factors, probably interest rates and the election and just the hesitancy that people have around the U.S., there's a little bit of a pause. This is a great time to jump in and do something. We are still selling very expensive real estate on Kauai. The most expensive thing that sold last month was a compound on Anini Beach. It was 2 homes on the sand. Both had TVRs, or vacation licenses. It totally remodeled. It sold for $15 million. Now the low, which is the other end of the market, right, was a single family home that sold in Hanapepe. It was 3 bedrooms, 1 bath. It sold for $480,000. Now, I was not part of that deal, so I don't have some of the inside details, but to me, from the photos, this was probably not a home that you could get financing on. Sometimes homes deteriorates so much that banks will be like, you know what, we're not lending on this one. So it makes them cash only deals, which is another way to get a very good deal on a house. If you have the ability to then fix it, right? Either by spending more money or by paying someone or doing it yourself. With condos, this won't be surprising to anyone who's been following my market updates. The most expensive condo that sold was in Timbers, which is in Lihue. Great community, ocean views everywhere you look, great pool, great restaurant, great amenities. I love their farm. I love all the activities they offer. This condo sold for $2,485,000. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo. It has short-term rental rights. You can use it as a vacation rental, or you can just use it yourself. I love how close it is to Kalapaki Beach and how you can ride your bike or walk and take the elevator down to the beach. The lowest priced condo that sold last month was also in Lihue. It was a condo on Rice Street. It does not have short-term rental rights. It sold for $417,000. It's a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom, right? So this is a home that someone will buy that is going to live in it. It's possible that they could use it as a long-term rental. That's an option for them, but most likely it's being purchased by someone who's going to live in it and live on Kauai. Now, in terms of land, this also won't surprise you, but the most expensive parcel of land that sold last month was in Kukui'ula. Now, it sold for $2,825,000. It is a little bit over 2,400 square feet, which means it's a little bit more than half an acre, which is a great parcel of land. Amazing views, great ocean views from this parcel. The lowest price parcel of land that sold, which I think these buyers got a great deal, was $499,000. It was an acre of ag-zoned land in Moloa'a, which is, if you haven't been to Moloa'a, it's a great little bay on the northeast side of Kauai. But whoever got that got a great deal. So let's talk about me. A couple of properties that I just put on the market. One is a very cute home, very cute small home in Kalaheo. It's only had one owner. It is legally a 1-bedroom, 2-bath, but it has a huge loft that is used as the master bedroom, so it functions as a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. One of the things that's very valuable and precious about this, or a few of the things about this property, is that it's on about half an acre of land. Now that's not super normal for something that's zoned residential, right? Most residential lots are about 10,000 square feet. Not only does it have this large parcel, but it also has a nice but distant ocean view, right? So what does that mean? Well, per the current county laws, you need to get approval for all of this, of course. You could build an ADU, an additional dwelling unit, an ARU, an additional rental unit. You could expand the house, and it's listed for $995,000. It's the only single-family home with an ocean view on half an acre, even near that price on Kauai. So if you're interested, let me know. The second listing that I just put on the market that I'm super excited about is this 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo in Kuhio Shores. Now, Kuhio Shores, for a lot of real investors, their words, not mine, is probably the best building to own in terms of ROI. They rarely come up on the market. Now, it's been about 1.5 years, 2 years since anything has sold, but there is one pending right now, and there are 2 on the market right now. Now, this one that I'm selling for $2 million for years, because I helped my clients buy it 2016 or 17, and they poured money into it. They took it off the market for 6+ months. They got every permit needed, and they made it what I call the cutest oceanfront condo on the island of Kauai. It is so perfect. They worked with an interior designer named Sarah Lampton, who is considered the best interior designer on Kauai. She's very talented, as you can see by these photos. And one of the great things about this is not only is it on the 4th floor, so it's a penthouse, but the building has elevators, and the location of this condo specifically is right in front of PK's, which is a surf break on the south side of Kauai. So you can sit on the lanai and watch the surfers all day long. I'm waiting on photos to list 2 upcoming listings. One's a lot or a parcel of land in Princeville, and the other one will be a small house in Princeville that will be a very good deal for someone. What did I do last month? Well, last month I sold 5 properties. 3 were homes, 2 were condos. And, I love working with my clients through these transitions, whether buying or selling. I find it exciting and very rewarding to help someone. There are a lot of changes happening with Kauai real estate, which I'm going to talk about in our next video. One of the changes is that the tax code has changed on Kauai. The other change is insurance. Now, if you're from a state or if you live somewhere near a coastline or fires, you're not going to be surprised that insurance rates are going up. But let's talk about it. In the next video, we're going to talk about it and talk about how it's impacting real estate. If you have any questions in the meantime, you can always reach out to me. This is Annie Elison, and this is your 2024 Kauai Housing Market Update.